What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to go back in history on the channel, and we're going to look at the best 350X build style I've ever come across. Granted, this is my personal 350X that I built, but there's a reason that it was built that way. Now, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. We've got memberships available, and comments are always encouraged. We do bike builds, racing, ride content, three-wheeler, four-wheeler, dirt bike, off-road kind of content, mechanical stuff. If you like that kind of stuff, definitely don't miss out. Hit that subscribe button. Watch these videos as far as you can, if not all the way through. See if you hear the secret number to be put down in the end, down in the comments. Sometimes we do it, sometimes we don't. There's over 1,000 videos on this channel. Go on through, check out the other videos. Really appreciate you guys. Really appreciate the channel members. This is my old race 350X. Back when the syndicate started, I traded a Tri-Z for it to my partner Rob. We ended up putting it on a track. It didn't have inverts or any of that stuff when we started, but by the time I was done, we got all of the 1986 quirks out of it. Basically, what we did was we took CRF 450 forks, shortened them 5.5 inches, and put them into a set of my custom Sawyer Custom and Speed triple clamps for the invert forks. Makes everything parallel, front end sits nicely. Smaller front tire. Keeps the rake in. We did gusset the frame because we popped the frame a couple of times. Frames on these things are paper thin and weak as can be. But we've got the small front wheel, all 450 front end, fully adjustable, high speed, low speed. The rear end is a TRX 450 ER rear end. What we ran into on the motocross track, and it's hard to say that you do this on a motocross track, but Tony and I both at Dade City ran out of gear on this 350X. That means we hit 5th gear, had that thing pinned, wanted more, and there was just not more to be had. The OEM sprocket ratios that you can get for the 350X don't vary enough to take advantage of the available top speed that you can get from these. The engine on this trike has not really been built. I think it's a 12 to 1 top end, no cam, stock exhaust, stock carburetor. The engine is super powerful, got plenty of torque. We needed to be able to use the torque. So with the TRX 450 ER, we were able to eliminate the single point shock. We welded a link mount onto the frame, made a custom link. So now it's a linked suspension, so we've got more suspension travel. The shock is easily adjustable. It can take the hits harder. The bike rides smoother. This setup gave us the ability to put a sprocket on it, and if you look, the chain is almost touching the sprocket hub. Tiny, tiny rear sprocket. We ended up getting super speed out of this thing by doing that. It kind of eliminated first gear, but first gear is really, really slow to begin with, so it actually made all of the gears usable. Suspension, I say it time and time again, suspension is key on these things until you're using the motor past its ability. There's the link and everything I made. There's Delrin bushings in the link. I made the Delrin bushings. All of that is custom fabbed up. Did it all myself, in-house. It's what we do, race builds. I took a piece of billet, 6061 aluminum, cut it out, welded the mount on the frame, as you can see. Everything lined up. The ride height was beautifully adjustable. Put a piggyback shock on it. It's an eye to fork setup, the fork on the bottom. But the newer shocks have a lot better valving and a lot more adjustability to them. Having the 450 rear brake system gave us the ability to run a couple extra spacers. You want these trikes wider. It makes them a lot more stable. When you can haul butt through a corner, that means you're going faster than somebody else through the corner. The more stable they are, the better off you are. Got mid bars on it, not really high bars, but definitely not the low bars. I'm a little bit short, I'm only 5'8", so the mid bars work really good. I was not able to put a steering stabilizer on this particular trike, but I did have one on a Tri-Z, and I can say they are worth their money in gold. Steering stabilizers definitely help three-wheelers. The only other things I could have done to improve this trike build was actually dig into the motor, put a bigger cam in it, aftermarket exhaust, and possibly a bigger carburetor. That way you get higher RPMs, more RPMs, and a bit more torque out of it. I didn't need it. The trike was fast enough that we were finally able to use it to its fullest potential with the suspension upgrades and the different gearing that we were able to get with the 450. I am a little bit biased as saying that it's the best 350X build out there because I built it. But at the same time, until this was out there, nobody else had done this yet. All of the suspension upgrades help drastically. Not something to overlook, definitely something to keep in mind. Plus, it makes the trike look really cool. And the landings are like landing on a cloud. This thing was so much fun. I miss this three-wheeler so much. I really do miss this trike. It ended up having a wiring issue. I went through 5 stators, 5 CDIs, 4 wiring harnesses, 10 coils. Could never find spark. Sold it to Rob. Sold it back to Rob. He brought it over to Alan J's house. Alan had a 350X. He pulled the CDI off Alan J's bike, threw it on mine. Thing fired right up, ran great. I guess it was time that she went to another home. She's made it to another syndicate member. She is still out there racing, and she is definitely pulling her weight out there. Looking good, kicking butt. This is the ultimate 350X build. Thank you all for tuning in with me for this. I hope you enjoyed the little bit of education. Pointers, let me know what you think down in the comments below. I'm not saying you can't big bore these things and give them a lot more power. But if you can't get the power to the ground, the power is useless to have. Plain and simple. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Go ahead and throw 75 down in the comments below.